Hi there, I'm Rex King. Welcome back to another edition of Monday Night Movie. Today, we're talking All About Eve. All About Eve was directed by Joseph Mankiewicz and stars Bette Davis as Margot Channing, an aging theater actress who meets a fan of hers one night after a performance of hers. The fan, absolutely enamored by Margot, is named Eve, played by Anne Baxter. Margot absolutely loves the fact that Eve loves her performances and decides to take her under her wing. However, she starts to suspect Eve of evil intentions and starts to suspect that Eve might be trying to replace her not only in the theater world, but in her love life. This film's production history is pretty interesting for the most part. Darryl Zanuck purchased the rights to the short story that the film is based off. He gave the film to Mankiewicz to direct, who absolutely wanted to do this film. And initially, Claudette Colbert was due to be Margot Channing in this film. And that's why Anne Baxter was cast, because everyone thought she looked like a young Claudette Colbert. However, Claudette Colbert ended up getting an injury and having to drop out at the last minute. So there was a race to find a new Margot Channing. And that's how Bette Davis was cast, which was an interesting choice for two reasons. One, Bette Davis's career at that point wasn't great. She wasn't making the hits that she was initially known for. And the other reason is because Darryl Zanuck and her, what's the polite word to put it? Hated each other. Vividly hated each other. However, they relented and ended up working together to make this movie possible. And let me just say, thank God for that. Oh my God, this movie is fantastic. Now, as for how well it's aged since this movie came out in October 1950, it's so good. Like, I love character to pieces. And Margot Channing and Eve are fantastic characters. And what makes them so good and recognizable as characters is how their respective actresses play them. I absolutely love Bette Davis in this film. And Anne Baxter is also spectacular. I really enjoyed this movie. It was nominated for 14 Oscars, won 5. That's a lot. So critics at the time loved it, audiences at the time loved it. This film was a hit. And it holds up today. It's brilliant. The story's good. The characters are good. I really enjoy it. The only issues I have is, well, I wish we had more time with the character known as Addison DeWitt. He's a critic, but he's also apparently more manipulative than that. He's played by George Sanders, and he's just brilliant in this film. And I wish we had more time with him, but to be fair, I don't know what character I want to take away more from. Because, again, Eve and Margot Channing, this is their show. And Bette Davis and Anne Baxter do a spectacular job. Even though at the end it caused a kind of sort of rivalry between the two. Because Bette Davis really wanted this to be an Oscar for her for Best Actress. However, Anne Baxter was not going to drop out of the running for Best Actress, and it's probably one of the reasons it ultimately caused Bette Davis to lose the award, and it's unfortunate because, again, her performance is a standout. I really enjoyed this one. I give the film an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I really like watching it. And man, this is a film, if you haven't seen it, go out and buy a copy. It's absolutely spectacular. I think you'll enjoy it. There is some cool things that happen in this movie. I don't want to spoil anything. It's why I'm being a little bit more vague than what I'm usually about these Monday night movies, but you really need to see this movie. It's an 8 out of 10, and I highly recommend it. Well, I've been reviewing a lot of good movies on this show. Time to punish myself for a little bit. Next week we're doing Zookeeper. Yay! Pray for my soul, ladies and gentlemen.